Hi guys, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Just had the one runner, and that was Miss Gossip Girl at Warrnambool, and yeah, her wheels were spinning on that bog heavy track down there at Warrnambool on Jericho Cup Day. So we'll just try and get her back up on top of the ground. The run certainly hasn't taken the wind out of her. She was bouncing around this morning, it's eating up. Yeah, so we'll just get her back up on top of the ground, and even though she still ran third, I thought she toughed it out well. She ran into one of Maddie Williams, that looked pretty smart regardless. So we'll find a drier track, and yeah, she should be around the money again. Probably just going to have the one runner over the weekend, and that's going to be Balabushka. 1200 metres Colac first up, should really suit, real on-speed track, and I'd imagine he won't be too far away off that speed. He's a horse that had a few little feet issues with him last prep, just a bit of bruising up in the heels, and Evan, he's a horse that, yeah, he's had a few sort of little wind issues, but this time in, he seems really good. He's fit, he's well, he's eating his head off, he looks really well. Yeah, couldn't be happier that the condition he's in. He had a gallop here at the farm this morning. Thought he worked up well. He's nice and keen in his work, and more importantly, his breathing is really good as well. So that's probably yeah, as big a thing as anything. So hopefully Colac, he can just sort of land 4-5 and just behind the speed, and hopefully they can clap it on and run it at a really good tempo, and he can sort of have last crack at them. But yeah, he's a 1400 metre horse, but I think he's just getting into that rhythm is the most important part. So hopefully he can do that on Saturday, and he can be around the money. That's Balabushka, first up at Colac. Miletus will have a really solid gallop on Saturday morning, and that'll probably tell us a bit where we take him next week. I know there's a 1300 metre race at Geelong that is probably going to be the most suitable, but we'll give him a couple of runs sort of over that 1400 metres, and then once we throw the blinkers back on over a mile, that it'll be game on for Miletus. He won his last start in his last prep, and at Bendigo in pretty impressive fashion. So we know that there's certainly a couple of lengths up our sleeve once the blinkers go back on, but horse that's come back in really good condition, wrapped with his feet and his soundness, because he has had a few soundness issues over his time, but he's in really good condition, and can't wait to get him back to the races. Cat Noir, a bit like Miletus, she'll have another solid gallop here on Saturday morning. I thought her trial the other day at Geelong was super. She's a horse that, yeah, she's a real competitive horse. She likes to be in front, and that certainly showed her in her prep last time in. She was super consistent on whatever we ran her over. So I think she's come back in better condition. So hopefully she can get to a bit higher grade of racing. But horse that yeah, got a lot of time for, and hopefully she can get to that midweek, if not sort of Saturday City form. Come along, Jeffrey. He's the same. He's going great this prep. He galloped here on Wednesday morning, and yeah, he certainly hasn't gone backwards. That's for sure. His work was great. Track rider sort of said that's almost the best he's felt. So I just got to find a race for him. He's a little bit tricky now. He's got that sort of sticky rating. Whether we have to look at a race in Adelaide or something like that. But yeah, take on board that he's going really well, and wherever we have him in next week, he'll be certainly super competitive. Hi guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Brutify. This horse has come back in ripping condition. She was a horse that last prep had a few sort of temperamental issues, and yeah, sort of took a fair bit of our work riders just to be able to, you know, she was running off the track and doing a lot wrong. So, but this time in, things just seemed to have clicked with her. So I thought to her fairness, she actually still tried up okay last prep. So yeah, I'd imagine that she'll trial up pretty good on Thursday at Colac. We'll take a few horses to Colac, and yeah, a lot of our younger sort of horses, and she's certainly one of them. Yeah, wrapped with yeah, how she's sort of filled out and grown up out in the paddock. She's always been a big, strong, gross girl. So I think she'll be a horse that the longer her prep goes, the more that she'll improve. So where she'll get to, I reckon she's probably a 1400 metre mile sort of horse. I don't know if she's fast enough to be sort of a 1000 metre, 1200 metre horse, but she's a horse that travels really strongly on the bridle. When you ask her to quicken, she quickens, and then she's really good late. So really nice horse. I think whatever she does on her trial on Thursday, she'll improve on again. I'd imagine we'll probably give her a couple of trials and then she should be ready to go to the races. But really nice filly that got a lot of time for. So hopefully she can trial up well on Thursday, and we can be off for the races around Christmas time. That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Janet and Jamie have actually taken off to Queensland, and they're returning home with a brand new Equitrek truck. So a really high quality 2-horse truck that will be taking a lot of the horses to and from the races, and any other sort of little day trips that we need to do to be certainly a vital part of our business here. It's very important that the horses get to and from the races and travelling safely, and yeah, the truck is pretty impressive, so pretty excited to see when it arrives. They've actually made a bit of a touristy trip out of it. They've made their way back through New South Wales and seen the big shrimp and the big banana and the big rhino, and yeah, Janet actually raved on about a Sir George pub that she went to, and she reckons it was one of the best pubs in Australia, so she was pretty stoked about that. What else? Got about 5 or 6 horses trialling next Thursday at Colac. A lot of our 3-year-olds coming back for their race prep, so really excited to see how they sort of trial up, and if there's any horses that can go through their grades. It'd be good to see a couple pop out of those trials. That'll probably take about sort of 8-10 horses ready to race over the Christmas period, so should be a bit of Christmas pudding there for the viewers, so that'll be good. What else? Got our Emsley Lodge Christmas party at the Heighton Bowls Club today. The boys at the Heighton Bowls Club are actually in a horse called Racy Casey, so good supporters there. So I think I took out the 10-pin bowling last year, so that'll probably just be a rinse and repeat this year. Be good to knock off Big Jobs and Ethan as well. They've been chirping up all week thinking they're going to take it out, but yeah, it'll probably just be a rinse and repeat, I'd say. What else? Balabushka on Saturday. Pretty excited to get him back to the races. He's come back in really good condition, that horse, so if he can just sort of get a camp off the speed, hopefully he can sort of be running over the top of them. But until next week, see you later.